This is a mouse. This is also a mouse. This is a mouse. This is a mouse. This is a mouse. This is the most ergonomic mouse. This is a mouse for tired hands. This is technically a trackpad, kind of a mouse. This is a tablet, which I do use as a mouse from time to time. And this is the magic mouse. A fantastic mouse if you consider the engineering. The shiny coat on top, which feels like glass, is acrylic. I think it's hard to find an overview from Apple. If you know, let me know in the comments. And the bottom is made of aluminum. It matches the Magic keyboard perfectly as well. So your desk will look like a page out of a design book. It has built-in touch so you can scroll both vertically and horizontally, swiping left or right with 2 fingers, swipes between desktops, and double tap with 2 fingers opens mission control. When you need to charge it, you simply flip it over, plug in the lightning cable, and grab a coffee. It sure has gotten beaten up online about its charging. But if 2 minutes of charging destroys your workflow, you are likely about to have a heart attack. The charging is not the real issue with the Magic Mouse. The shape is. That's why it's so interesting to see so many companies try different things to adjust the horrible ergonomics. If you haven't watched it already, check out my review on the MouseBase, who tries to make the Magic Mouse into an MX Master 3.
So, will it actually work? I mean, is this enough to give me that ergonomic benefit that these other mice have?
Solumics is another company specializing in the same field. How can we make the Magic Mouse remotely ergonomic? Full disclosure here, Solumics did send me the product after watching my MouseBase video and asked if I wanted to test it out. As I do find it fascinating how different companies approach the same design flaw in wildly different ways, I picked it up and gave it a spin. No money changed hands here, but I do make a commission if you decide to use my affiliate links in the description at no extra cost to you. That's the stuff that keeps the channel alive. Okay, back to this box. I was rather disappointed by the packaging of the MouseBase. I hope this time Solumics spends some time making sure the first encounter of their product feels more premium, and it sure does. The internals have a snug fit, a booklet, and that's pretty much it. There's also a QR code for you to scan if you want to read the manual. I love the bento board on the back here, very Apple-esque. The first thing I notice when I take it out of the box is that the material feels like any other mouse. I have a few lightweight Razer minis and the material is close to that. It's made with molded plastic and it's super light. This piece only adds 31 grams to the mouse. Now the Magic Mouse is heavy in itself, so the whole setup will still feel heavy, but the case is very light. One thing that I didn't really consider until I started looking into a variety of mice was how heavy the Magic Mouse actually is. I've been using the Logitech MX Master 3 for a few years now, and I didn't realize how heavy that one was either until I started looking into lighter and smaller mice, like the Viper Mini, my new favorite. Unlike the MouseBase, this should work on all the Apple mice. You just slide the mouse in and you push it down until it clicks. This way you know it's in place. You can also look at the bottom of the mouse to check that everything is flush and in order. It should fit without any gaps. And the skates of the Magic Mouse are still the skates that skate. When you use the mouse with this enclosure, you instantly feel that something is different. The most obvious is, of course, the bump. I tried to find a mouse that I already own that would mimic the bump it has, and I wasn't really able to. It's the same height as the Steelseries KANA, and it's getting close to the Razer Viper Mini in shape, but not quite. And this is where I see some real potential. We'll get back to that a bit later. It also adds some thickness to the sides, and I honestly like that. Comparing it to other mice, it's now closer to the Viper Mini or the KANA in width as well. Pretty perfect. Now let's have a closer look at the grip. With the Magic Mouse, you have to choose between a claw or a flat grip. I was never a fan of the claw, but this is the grip I often see out in the field. The flat grip is tiring after a while as well. As previously stated, this mouse has a terrible shape. With the elevated bump from the Solumics, you do get your hand up and avoid both of these issues. So far so good. When using the mouse, I feel that the harder I grip it, the less accurate the mouse pointer is. I think, and I haven't tested this scientifically, that the reason can be that the shape of the bump lifts a millimeter or 3/64 of an inch when I rest my hand on it. It might not sound like much, but I think it's just enough. If you experience inaccuracy while using the mouse, I found that turning the mouse acceleration off also helped a ton, or 2,204.62 pounds. However, it still feels a bit slow. It's like a dog that doesn't really want to be dragged by the leash. I love trying the Magic Mouse from time to time, and I love that companies keep working on solutions for this mouse. And until until Apple does something about the shape of the Magic Mouse, we'll keep seeing this, and that's okay. What I would love for the next iteration of the Solumics case are two things. Firstly, I would move the bump forward to make sure the peak of the bump lies roughly at the center of the mouse. Pretty much like the Death Adder Mini. For the angle of the slope towards the butt of the mouse, I would taper it off sooner. If it was close to the Viper Mini here, I think it would be more comfortable to use. Height-wise, we're okay. And with some tiny tweaks on the shape itself, I think we could be onto something. But it's not up to me to tell you how you will feel. Maybe you prefer this shape. This is of course something you'll have to try for yourself. But if you're looking for something that elevates your hand more, kill the claw grip and make it easier on your hand resting on the mouse, this might be worth a shot. I'll leave links in the description below so you can see for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this mini review. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop a comment below. I'll do my best to respond to all of them. That's it. Happy mousing, if that's a word. Man, it would be really nice if we actually got to use the beauty of the Magic Mouse just with some ergonomics. And Apple, you haven't made a mouse in a long time, so maybe it's time.